Hey guys, it's Jeff here. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering. I thought I'd try something different today. I'm going to be playing the Draft game mode, and Dominaria has just opened up, so let's give this a go. It is going to cost 5,000 gold or 750 gems. I don't have any gems, so I will be using the gold, and hopefully I will win a few gems back. Now, I'm not at all familiar with the Dominaria expansion, so I'm not expecting much, but I'll try my best. Okay, so pack one, here we go. We've got, can I change the format around? There we go, I can actually see what's going on here. So we've got the rare card here, Sylvan Awakening. Until your next turn, all lands you control become 2/2 elemental creatures with reach, indestructible, and haste. They're still lands. Now that sounds pretty good. It costs 3 to cast. Is there anything else that would be better than that? I won't decide what colors I'm using until probably at least halfway through this first pack. We've got the Trapper here. Ugaros the Empty One. Whenever Ugaros the Empty One deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card at random. He's flying as well. I assume flying creatures are going to work fairly well in a draft style, in a draft format. If the player can't, you draw a card. Wizard's Retort. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard. I think I might just go with Sylvan Awakening and see if I can get some other good green cards. We've got Broken Bond here. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That kind of has a limited use. Depends how many enchantments or artifacts the opponent is using. I will look for some removal cards though, for sure. There's a fair few good white cards here as well. Let's just go with Sylvan Awakening. Now I'm going to be going a little bit slowly through this because, as I said, I'm not very familiar with the cards here with the Dominaria release. So let's just have a look at this. The Antiquities of War. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card among them and put it into your hand. Artifacts you control become artifact creatures. Now, I haven't seen an artifact yet. No green cards. Well, there's a couple of green common cards here. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Okay, so looking for a creature there. We've got the Druid. Possibly gain 10 life if it's kicked for 5 mana. Green. Maybe I should go green-black. Or green-white. I could maybe get some Knights in here as well. We've got the Unicorns with lifelink. The Knights. +1 for each legendary creature. Green, blue with the Scholars and the Wizards. There's a few little tricks there with the blue cards, I assume. They always have a few tricks. The Journey Mage. Now with Dominaria, I'm not really sure what colors go well together. I'm thinking at the moment the Unicorn here, 2/2, and I could try and go for a green-white. Although I kind of like the Liturgist here. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. I may go with this one, and I may choose black, so we'll just see how we go. Howling Golem 2/3, whenever it attacks, draw a card. Sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Probably not that one. The Hominid Explorer. The Journey Mage. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That could be fairly handy, I can imagine. We've got another Unicorn here as well. I guess the Howling Golem I can use in any deck. It is an artifact creature. Oh, the flying creatures though. We've got the Arcane Flight and the Academy Drake. If it was kicked, it gets +2, +1/+1 counters. I'm kind of liking the Drake, actually. Just for the flying. I've got Corrosive Ooze if I do want to go for green. When it blocks, it becomes blocked by an equipped creature. Destroy all equipment. See, that's fairly limited again. I may just go for the Howling Golem here because I'm not sure at the moment what colors I'm going to be using. Let's go and pick that one. We've got white, blue, flash, flying. You may cast historic spells as though they had flash. We've got the Champion of the Flame. Gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. I mean, I could possibly go green-black. Target player reveals their hand, you choose an artifact or creature card from it, that player discards that card. I mean, that could be really handy for getting rid of cards that I just don't want them to play. Let's I've got the Liturgist here. Let's go with Divest as well. Maybe I will go green-black. Sergeant at Arms. If it was kicked, create 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. Okay. We've got the short sword here. +1/+1. The Sparring Construct. I think I will go with the Sergeant at Arms. There's no removal here. Let's go Sergeant at Arms. Stick with the well, I may be splashing with a bit of white here. There's a fair bit of white left over here. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. Adventurous Impulse. Searching for creatures again. We've got Broken Bond. Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If it's legendary, it also gains lifelink. We've got the Glider. We've got the Voltaire Servant. Let's go with the Blessing of Belsnock. Primordial Worm. No special abilities, but it is 7/6. We've got the Feral Abomination, 5/5 Death Touch. 4/6 mana. The Serra Disciple as well. Flying in First Strike. I'm actually going to go with the Demonic Vigor here, although I certainly do want to pick up some big creatures. Let's go with Demonic Vigor. I'm sure I'll pick up a few other big creatures along the way. Okay, so we have Dark Bargain. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the other 2 into your graveyard. Deals 2 damage to you. Pierce the Sky. 7 damage to target creature with flying. Very handy, I think, in a draft deck. Gift of Growth. Let's go with Pierce the Sky. Creature removal there. We have the Blessing of Belsnock, unless I want to bring in more white. I'm not 100% about that at the moment. Healing Grace. I'm actually just going to stick with the black and the green for now. For better or for worse. Let's just see how this goes. And there's really nothing for me here. Let's go with our Arcane Flight. We've got, I guess, Rat Colony. I'm going to put Sergeant at Arms in my sideboard for now. Can I drag that down there? Arcane Flight, let's put that into my sideboard as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it. Befuddle. Let's go with Befuddle. I'll have a few spare cards here of different colours. Board the Weatherlight. Okay, let's put that one away as well. We're opening up the second pack here. We have the Mending of Dominaria. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, then okay, sounds good to me, because we also have Sylvan Awakening. Until your next turn, all lands you control become 2/2 elemental creatures with reach, indestructible, and haste. So let's definitely grab the Mending of Dominaria. We also have Josu Vest, the Lich Knight, 4/5 with Menace. It has a rather large kicker here for 6 mana. Create 8 2/2 black zombie knight creature tokens with Menace. That's why it's so expensive. It's probably a game winner there if you can actually pull it off, but you'll need 10 mana in total, and that is definitely very late game. So I'm going to pick it anyway. Is there anything else I'd want? It's a 4/5 just by itself, which is not bad. Memorial to Unity. Okay, let's go with Josu Vest. Okay, I do have the Primordial Worm here. Costs 6. Yargle Glutton of Herbal costs 5. It has fairly low toughness though. Otherwise we've got, what else do we have? Let's go with Yargle. We need to put Yargle in there. 9/3. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. We have Gaia's Blessing here. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. When Gaia's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Okay, so it's card draw and it's bringing back cards from the graveyard. Dark Bargain here. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand. Okay, I've seen that one as well. Let's just take a quick look at our deck as it stands at the moment. I think I may go with the Soothsayer just for the card draw there. We've got the Ancient Animus. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. How many legendary creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I only have 3 legendary creatures at the moment. Add 1 mana of any color. I think I definitely want that, although I do want the flying as well. When Windgrace Acolyte enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard and you gain 3 life. Let's go with the extra mana here. Add 1 mana of any color. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I mean, it might be. I will go with the Lanoir Envoy, and that may allow me to splash a 3rd color as well. So what do we have left over here? We've got Grun the Lonely King, another legendary creature. He's an ape warrior. If he was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. When Grun attacks alone, double its power and toughness until end of turn, so it can actually attack with 20/20 if it was kicked and attacks alone, so that is pretty amazing. I like the snapper here, 4/5 with hexproof. It's good for a blue deck. Saproling Migration, create 2 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens. If it was kicked, create 4 of them. I'm going to go with Grun the Lonely King, although my deck is getting fairly expensive now. I will need some more cards for the early game. There's not really anything here for me. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Let's go with Dark Bargain. Looks like a lot of the red and white cards are being left over. Maybe people are picking the green already. Arcane Flight. Okay, let's go with another Divest, I think. Just going to have a quick look at my deck here. Just want to make sure it's fairly balanced with creatures and spells. We don't have any small creatures. We need some more small creatures. We've got the Howling Golem, the Envoy. We've only got the Rat Colony here. Soothsayer. We've got a few larger creatures, but I really need some smaller creatures here. So, okay, let's see if I can find some. We've got, once again, fairly expensive. They're both fairly expensive. I'm going with the Windgrace Acolyte. I'm not sure that I will play that in my deck. Demonic Vigor. Can bring a creature back. It's fairly nice. Memorial to Unity. Enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, so it's all about getting those creature cards out. I may just go with Adventurous Impulse here. Another Feral Abomination. Or the Primordial Worm. I will go with the Feral Abomination here, just for the Death Touch. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. I need the small creatures. I need some small creatures here. So let's go with another Acolyte, another Flying Acolyte, and I guess I'm going with the Adventurous Impulse as well. Let's have a look at the third deck here. What have we got? Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has Vigilance and Trample. Whenever a equipped creature dies, attach Forebear's Blade to target creature you control. +3/+0, Vigilance and Trample. We've got the Serra Angel, Icy Manipulator, Sapperling Migration again. The Mammoth Spider, reach 3/5. How many flying creatures do I have? I've got a couple of Windgrace Acolytes. I've got some anti-flyer spell here, Pierce the Sky. I will go for the Forebear's Blade here, but hopefully I can pick up another couple of small flying creatures. Gift of Growth. There's not really a lot for me to pick here. I am looking for some nice small creatures here for the green-black deck, but I'm just not finding any. I may need to splash out into another color. When Seal Away enters the battlefield, exile target tapped creature an opponent controls until Seal Away leaves the battle. I definitely want that. I need some more creature removal, so let's go with Seal Away here. Another Lanawa Envoy. We've got another Blessing here. We've got Baloth Gorger. And Gaia's Protector. Must be blocked if able. They both cost 4 mana. Stronghold Confessor. If Stronghold Confessor was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2. Let's go with the Stronghold Confessor here. I need some small creatures to fill out my deck. Another Pierce the Sky. Does 7 damage to flying. Otherwise, we have Kaligo Skin Witch. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards. Very nice. Let's go with the Skin Witch here. We've got the Dampening Spear. If a land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces mana instead of other type and amount. Another Pierce the Sky, another Divest. I kind of like these Divests. It costs 1 and forces the opponent to discard a card, so let's go for a third Divest. What else do we have? We've got no greens, no blacks. Sacrifice Candle, target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. The Jousting Lance, +2/+0. And First Strike, as long as it's your turn. Cost 3 to equip. I think I will go with the Jousting Lance. Corrosive Ooze. Let's have a look at this Saga and see if it's worthwhile. Chain's Torment deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life for the first 2 turns. And then create an XX Black Nightmare Horror creature token where X is half your life total rounded up. It deals X damage to you. Holy crap. It deals X damage to you. Whew. I'm going to go with the Corrosive Ooze in this case, just for the extra creature. I want more creatures on the board. The Lingering Phantom. I will go with the Crescent Druid. Let's go also with Spiraling Construct. Could be handy. Let's go with Spiraling Construct. Small creature there that I can play first turn if it comes out. Colorless mana that allows me to scry, or the Feral Domination. How many large creatures do I have down here? I do have the Feral Abomination. I've got Grun. I've got Yargle. I've got a couple of Windgrace Acolytes here. I will go with another Feral Abomination. Let's go Blessing of Belznak. Not much for me here. The Hominid Explorer. Let's go with the Warcaller and I guess the Prospector. So after drafting your final card, any cards that exceeded your 4x collection limit increase your vault progress. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at this. We've got 55 in the deck. I guess we've need to take out a few cards here. So what have we got? Plain Swamps. They've added in the. Have they added in any white? Oh, the Seal Away. I don't really have any creature removal, and that has worried me quite a bit. I mean, shall I include the plains just for the single Seal Away? Let's get rid of the Warcaller. Let's get rid of the red. That should remove the mountains there. Do I have any blue cards? The Hominid Explorer. Let's get rid of that. That should take out the island as well. Down to 52 cards. I do need to remove 12 cards. Let's get rid of the. I don't want to remove Seal Away, but I will. Let's remove Seal Away for now. Down to 51, 17 lands. Maybe something like that. 9, 8. Okay, so let's have a look. I need to remove 11. I'm just going to change the deck layout here and see if I can have a look at things. Let's have a look at what we've got here. A lot of a lot of spells here. A lot of small spells. I guess I need to get rid of a few of those. So let's have a look at what we've got. Stronghold Confessor. I want to keep the creatures here. The Blessing of Belznak. Let's remove one of those. Demonic Vigor. I want to keep the Divests. Let's get rid of the Impulses for now. Let's get rid of the Rat Colony as well. How many cards are we down to now? Let's just change this layout here. 46. Okay, still 6 cards to remove. I could take out a land. That may make things work a little bit better for me. I'm just not sure at the moment. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this card. I don't have a lot of creatures. So I'm going to remove the Liturgist. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay, let's just take a quick look at this again. I've still got too many, well, three Divest, the Demonic Vigor, and the Blessings of Belzenok. A couple of little creatures there. And, okay, I am going to have to cut down this deck a little bit, down to 40. How many cards do I have at the moment? 45. So I've got to remove 5 cards here. Sylvan Awakening. I'm going to get rid of the Envoy. I thought I picked up the second Pierce the Sky. I think I must have chosen something else. I could get rid of the one of the Feral Abominations as well. I kind of would rather have the flying creatures here. Let's get rid of one of the Abominations. Dark Bargain. If I'm really looking for a card such as Sylvan Awakening, the Dark Bargain is going to help me find it. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay, so I just need to remove 2. We've got 40 cards with 17 lands. I could potentially remove a land. I don't want to get flooded. I do just want to keep a few little creatures here. I may get rid of a swamp. I think there's just one, just up one here. So let's just take a quick look. Divest Demonic Vigor. Enchant creature gets +1/+1. When it dies, return the card to its owner's hand. Stronghold Confessor. If it was kicked, it comes in as 3/3, which is not bad. So it has the option there of being a 1/1 or a 3/3. Spirant Construct, Carbol Evangel, just a regular 2/2. I may get rid of one of those. How are we doing for creatures? Let's have a quick look. We've got quite a few creatures here. Yeah, let's get rid of one of those and just see how we go. Okay, so I'm done. That's 40 cards. Fingers crossed, and hopefully I'm not going to get completely destroyed. I probably will, because this is my first time playing Dominaria. Okay, so we're ready to go, playing against Persa. Hopefully we have a good opening hand. 2 Swamps, 2 Forests. Couldn't ask for anything better. We've got the Krosan Druid. We can play on 3rd turn with the Jousting Lance and the Mending of Dominaria as well. Okay, so we can get out some more land there. Let's just wait for him to decide what he's going to do. The Jousting Lance could come in pretty handy in a draft format like this. Let's hopefully it's going to work out. Still looking for the Crossand Druid on the third turn. There's no way I'm going to be able to get him kicked and gain that 10 life. Unless I get some other creatures rather immediately. Looks like he's playing red. He's got the Sparring Construct. So he did pick up that little creature as well. If it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards. I kind of want to kick that card. It is a 1/3 though. I'm gonna... If I can hold off for 4 turns, but he's going to be using a lot of his cards. But he's probably going to be holding on to his good ones, so I'm going to hang on to it for now. I'm going to play the Jousting Lance. It will be taking a little bit of damage here, but hopefully this will pay off in the end. Next turn I can get out the Crossand Druid. Okay, so I'm going to go for the second forest here, bring out the Crossand Druid 2/3. I'm not going to bother kicking him. It can be tricky building these decks just right, and you really need to balance them fairly well. This is my first go, so I'm hoping I've done it okay. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile. Interesting, so he's going to keep coming back, is he? Let's go and play the Swamp. Need another 2 lands to be able to kick the Skin Witch. We've got the Corrosive Ooze here. Destroys equipment, but it is just another body on the field, so let's go and use that. Bring that one out, and I shall... I shall attack with the Druid. He can trade with both of his creatures if he wants. I think I'd be okay with that, just to clear the board. Otherwise he's going to be taking 2 damage. How much does this cost to equip? It costs 3 to equip, so I can do that next turn if there's nothing else to play. It does give the creature first strike as well, which is a massive advantage. That would bring the Druid up to 4/3 there. Looks like he's playing 3 colours, white, red and black. He's not starved for land either, so what's he got here? Chainless Torment, I have no idea what that does. What does it do? Deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. And then he creates a Nightmare. So he'll create a 10/10 Nightmare. Okay, interesting. He is attacking. I'm going to let that through, I think, for now. Okay, let's play the Swamp. Gives us 5. I need 1 more land to kick. Let's play Divest. And see what he's got in his hand. Artifact or creature card. It's going to have to be Josu Ves. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, he's got the Dark Bargain here as well. I will play... I will equip this on the Druid. He's going to make him a 3/2 as well, so maybe I should have blocked with the Corrosive Ooze in the last turn. Let's go all attack. If I can bring his life down a little bit, it means the Nightmare that comes out is going to be a little bit smaller. When I was playing about 20 years ago, there was a card, Nightmare, which had power and toughness equal to the number of swamps you controlled. He's going to make him a 3/2, which is a bit of a hassle because it's a trade for the Druid now. get another 2 life. He gains 2 life as well. Next turn he's coming out with a 10-10 Nightmare, unless I can do something about it. And I really have no creature removal in this deck, which is probably a major flaw. Let's just wait and see what he does. He's just waiting for this Nightmare to come out. Let's play the Skin Witch here. I'm going to kick it as well. He's going to play Dark Bargain and pull out a few more cards. That will give him a few extra choices to discard, I guess. Let's go and have a look. What's he going to discard here? Discard the Plains and the Radiating Lightning. Okay, fantastic. Right, so do I want to attack and hit him for 2? They'll bring him down to... He'll block the Druid. That'll be a trade there. He'll go down to 16. He'll get an 8-8 Nightmare. I'm going to do it. I'm just worried about the size of this Nightmare, and I don't have much or any creature removal. I may need to... splash out into a 3rd colour. Grab that seal away, maybe. Oh, he's blocking the Ooze. Okay. He's going to take 4 damage. Interesting. Oh, it has, sorry, it has First Strike there, which is why he did that. 7-7, so it's actually not too bad. It does 7 damage to him as well. It's not as scary as I first thought. I will play the Mending of Dominaria. I can start milling my deck and grabbing out creatures. There's only the Corrosive Ooze in there at the moment. But I'll be dead in 2 turns to the Nightmare Horror, so I will need to start chump blocking this creature here. If he does attack though, and doesn't bring out any creatures, then I can hit him for 5. Historic spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. We've got the Lonely King here as well. That's very interesting. Whenever Grunt attacks, the lone double its power and toughness until end of turn. I think I just want to get out this creature. I can't kick it, obviously. I'm just going to hold my creatures back to block. Let's see what he brings out. No attackers. Okay, he's brought back Squeer the Immortal. He's hitting me for 2. Okay, the Wingwraith's Acolyte. Gain 3 life. I think that may be the option for the moment, just to stop his familiar. Puts 3 cards into my graveyard to gain 3 life as well. I can bring those cards back as well with the Mending of Dominaria, if I can survive that long. So let's get the extra life here. There's going to be... shall I attack with a 10/10 creature? 7. He can hit me back for 9. He's going to have to block. 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to block. The thing is, he can bring this back each turn, but it is going to cost him mana. Let's do it. Too bad it doesn't have trample. He's going to block with Squee, and he'll need to bring him back next turn, but at least he'll have to use up his mana, 3 mana, to bring him back onto the battlefield. Oh, he is going to trade. Okay, he did trade the Nightmare. That is interesting. I thought he would hold on to that. We've both only got 1 card. What has he got? The Lingering Phantom. Whenever you cast a historic spell, you may pay a swamp, a black mana. If you do, return Lingering Phantom from your graveyard to your hand. Now, he's thinking about this trade here, the Windgrace Acolyte, with the Familiar. No, he's decided not to attack. Fair enough. Let's bring out the Mending of Dominaria. See if I can get out some creatures here. I can bring back the Lonely King and play him next turn. Otherwise, we've got Corrosive Ooze. I will be taking out... I mean, I can play this right away. Or I can play this next turn. Let's bring out Grun the Lonely King. I can play that next turn. I can attack. I'm just going to hold off for the moment. Just wait and see what happens. I feel like this deck is not very well optimized. It is my first go. He's got a trick there, doesn't he? He's definitely got a trick. I'm going to trade the Druid for the Phantom. And block Squee the Immortal here. So let's see what he does. No, he doesn't have a trick. He just has Squee ready to come back right away. I'll be bringing Grun the Lonely King back next turn, unless there's something else I want to play. Okay, so can't attack unless I pay 1. That's a nasty creature to have. There is Divest. Okay, so I do get a creature back. It's either going to be... what else do we have here? It's either the Druid or the Corrosive Ooze. I'm going to go for the Druid. 2, 3 plus 5 is 8. Don't quite have the mana. What card does he have? The Lingering Phantom. He has nothing in his hand. So let's play Grun the Lonely King. 4, 5, 6. I can't kick it for 3. It is, however, a 5/5 creature. Too bad Divest isn't a sorcery. I'm just going to hold off for now. I still do have the Jousting Lands. No attackers for now. I just need 1 more land, and I can kick Crowstone Druid, get the extra 10 life, bring me back to 24. Let's see what he does, though. It's going to be difficult to attack because I will need to pay mana for each creature that attacks, but that should increasingly not be much of a problem. Okay, we've got the Howling Golem here. Return all land cards from your graveyard. Okay, we've got a lot of land now, which is fantastic. Which means 7, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't play the Divest. I would like to, but if I kick the Druid, kind of want to empty his hand. Let's kick the Druid here, get the extra 10 life. I feel like we're at a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. I am going to divest here. Remove his flying creature there, which is fantastic. I can attack for 10-10, or I can equip. No, I can't equip. So let's attack now just for the 10-10 here. 2, 4, 9. He can take it out. It's going to cost him though. Let's pay 1. He is just going to chump block. Okay, fair enough. And he brings back Squee the Immortal. He's got a swamp there as well. My turn, another divest. Let's play the Howling Golem. I can start drawing cards now if I want. Yeah, it's a shame this Windgrace Acolyte just trades with the Familiar here. I will keep doing this. It's going to make him use the mana each turn. This is a long game, a very, very long game. Let's put the Jousting Lance here on the Druid as well. It can trade with a Lingering Phantom then. Brings it up to a 4-3. Or the Druid here as well. Feral Abomination with Death Touch. Let's bring this one out. Just going to hold off for the moment. I may attack with the Lonely King and the Feral Abomination. Possibly the Druid next turn. Let's see what he's brought out. 2/2 creature is okay. I've got a couple of divests. They're pretty much useless at the moment. I may actually attack with the Howling Golem just to get the extra 2 cards. I've got a fair amount of mana here as well. I will draw 2 cards from the Howling Golem. Let's attack with everything, see what happens. I need to pay 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now he's probably going to get some favourable trades here, but he only has 7 life, so two of them are going to get through at least. I guess the Skin Witch will get through, and the Howling Golem. So it'll be 3 damage. He'll be down to 4 life. We'll trade the Familiar with the Acolyte. He's chump blocking the Lonely King. He's going to take out the Skin Witch, and we're going to trade here the Phantom with the Abomination. So he's going to be taking, at the moment, he's double blocking the Skin Witch. The Druid has First Strike here for 3. Skin Witch can't take any of them out, so let's just do that. That's fine. Down to 1 life. Oh gosh, it's close. Sparring Construct, I've picked that one up as well. I'm going to use the Divest first of all, and make him discard. Let's make him discard the Skin Witch there. Bring out the Sparring Construct as well. Okay, unless he can do something about my 4th creature, it is going to be game over. He's just sitting there on 1 life. Is there anything he can do? Yargle. Okay. Good game. Well, that was a that was a fairly tough match. I think I really should have. Well, I don't think I saw much creature removal. Not in green and black anyway. So. Anyway, I did my best. I think I've got a little bit of work to do, but that is the first win anyway for playing Draft with Dominaria.